What's happening, y'all? It's your boy Mike, the Money Motivator. We're gonna do the portfolio update like we always do. This is a really big episode because in this episode, I'm gonna teach you how to leverage your investing portfolio and borrow money against your portfolio, right? So, in order to do this, of course, you have to buy stocks. Up until this point, we've been buying stocks. Y'all been following my portfolio update, right? So you can then borrow. Let me make sure I can show y'all my screen. So you can borrow against your stocks. They usually will probably lend you around the amount that you borrow. So if we go down to buying power, and if you look at my buying power margin total, so I have half of my portfolio. I borrowed about half worth of my portfolio in margin. So I got about 4,000 in assets, but I borrowed from the brokerage account from Robinhood $2,000. And the reason why I did that is to swing trade, right? So this week, if you look at my profits, I've been day trading. Not gonna really teach you day trading unless I make a course for it or something like that. But if you look, this is why my profits were up more than they normally are in 1 week's time. As you can see, in the past week, we up 10%, way better than the market, of course. But we up 10%, a whole $400 last week. And the reason why you see all that fluctuation is because I was doing a little bit of day trading, but I entered into a swing trade, and I'm going to break it down as to, I'm going to basically give you the structure of my swing trade. And then next episode, you could probably follow me and see like the results going forward, right? I did post on a YouTube short or somewhere talking about how Nvidia is going to explode, and this video is explaining why I think Nvidia is going to explode. So, as y'all know, I always like to look at the fear and greed index. You know, you need to buy when others are fearful and be fearful when others are greedy. So, if we look at the fear and greed index, we are in fear, but there's less fear than the week before. So, it seems like the market has taken a direction going up because there's less fear than a week ago, but we are fearful. And I love to see when the market is fearful. So we're gonna now pull up the economical news, right? Because we got some stuff coming up that's very important. We got some stuff coming up that's very important. The Fed is going to, I want to say Wednesday, I think. I think Wednesday the Fed is gonna cut interest rates. Let me see. Tuesday. All right, Wednesday at 2 p.m. So I want y'all to take note of this. Wednesday at 2 p.m. the Fed is going to cut interest rates. That's their plan at least. And if you can see the previous is 4.25 and the forecast is 4%. When the Fed cut interest rates, that's good for stocks because businesses can borrow money at a cheaper price, right? It basically makes almost everything cost less. So people buy more of it because they have more money to spend, and companies can borrow more money because interest rates are lower. So on Wednesday, we are planning to drop interest rates. So that's one reason why I jumped into the swing trade, right? Because we're fearful. One, we like to buy when we're fearful. And two, on Wednesday, we're expecting a interest rate cut. You gotta love it. So another reason why I entered into the swing trade is because, hold on, let me show y'all this real quick. I'm telling you, I'm going heavy with the sauce this video. Y'all gonna feel me after this one. So if we look at right, companies are reporting earnings, and it says about 85% of the S&P 500 firms that have reported Q3 earnings have beating profit estimates, on course for the best performance since 2021, right? Companies are reporting great earnings, which means that's a bullish for the stock market. That means the stock market should be going up because these companies are doing excellent. But since we're having great earnings reports, Nvidia has not reported earnings yet. So that's one of the reasons why I jumped into the Nvidia swing trade. Let's go back to the portfolio so you can actually see I am truly in an Nvidia swing trade. We're gonna click on Nvidia so y'all can see for yourself that I'm actively in this trade. So I want y'all to monitor Nvidia going forward, but I'm going to teach you everything that led me to getting into this trade, into this video. And you're going to have to learn, you're going to have to learn the charts and stuff like that for the simple fact of in order to do swing trades and do stuff like this and really maximize on your capital and profits, you're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to. So let's see where we at on the swing trade for Nvidia. Where is it at? Hold on. Y'all bear with me. Let it load, let it load. I'm telling you, this a real good video, man. Real good video. This is gonna change the game for you where you know what I'm saying, you can leave the workforce or retire if you need to. Like this is gonna do that for you. So boom, there we go right there. So as you can see, I still have my 11, 12 and a half shares up $532. I'm in the swing trade. I got two buys up until November 21st. So my swing trade is a month's out, right? The more time you have in a swing trade is the better the profitability, right? So I have one one contract or two contracts of an Nvidia swing trade at Nvidia be at 185, right? So Nvidia is currently at 186. So I got room. Even if the stock comes down a little bit, I have room and I will still be profitable, right? So one of the big reasons why I held it out that long is because Nvidia is reporting earnings. Nvidia post reports earnings towards the end of this month. So I got the contract held out about 2 days or one day after they report earnings. A lot of companies are beating earnings. I expect Nvidia to beat earnings. The market should go up after they beat earnings, and my plan is to exit the swing trade after Nvidia beats earnings. But currently in the swing trade, we are up. What did I say? A hundred and something dollars. Nothing crazy, but we gonna hold it for about a month and see how much money this can give us, right? And this is why I borrowed against my stock was to enter into a swing trade and also do the day trading that I've been doing this week. I'm using money that I'm borrowing money from the bank at a small interest rate and I'm using it to make more money for myself, right? Off of my portfolio that's still going up in value. I can't make this up, man. So as you know, companies are beating earnings. The Fed is expected to cut interest rates. Now we're going to get to the chart and I'm going to show you exactly why I jumped into the trade. So this what we're looking at right now is the VIX. And the VIX, it moves in a different direction of the stock market. When the VIX is going up, the stock market is going down. When the stock market is going down, when the VIX is going down, the stock market is going up. Usually, when you see big VIX spikes, like with these large green candles going up, usually after large VIX spikes, it sends the market shooting up afterwards, right? So you have to notice, okay, like recently, as you can see, we shot up on the VIX, we shot up over here, and now we're coming down, sending the stock market in an uptrend because the stock market moves in the opposite direction. But whenever we have large VIX spikes, meaning the stock market drops significantly, it eventually turns around. Usually once you get that first red candle, it means that the stock market is going in the upward direction in the other direction. So me seeing the VIX spike like that and that next red candle was one of the clear signs. Okay, you have to now, now you're expecting the stock market to go up. So the VIX was one of the reasons why I entered into the trade because it's going down. If you're looking at the MACD indicator, the one I'm making larger and smaller down here, that's another guide to show you which direction you expect the market to go, right? So since these lines have crossed over here and the bars are now turning red over here in this section where I just made that line, once you see the bars are red on the VIX and it's going down after a VIX spike, that's confirmation that the VIX is going down, the stock market should go up, right? So I got two more charts to show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all the total stock market, and then I'm gonna show y'all Nvidia's chart. So the total stock market, right? We are now at all-time highs, right? We've never been up this high before. And usually when the stock breaks all-time highs, it keeps going, right? If you look, this was when Trump first started talking about tariffs and the stock market dropped all the way down here, right? But then we broke all-time highs, which is here, right? Then we kind of consolidated over here to the side. And now on Friday, we broke all time highs. So because all time highs were broken and the MACD is now turning green, this gives me an inclination that the stock market as a whole should be going up, right? The VIX is going down. The stock market looks like it's going up. There's fear in the market and companies are beating earnings. The Feds is going to drop interest rates on Wednesday. That should send the stock market going in the upward direction. We're also in Q4, and the fourth quarter is the best quarter in the stock market, right? So we got direction. We know the stock market should be going up. But now let's look at NVIDIA because I'm going to go into some patterns and the reason why I chose NVIDIA and why I liked NVIDIA, right? So if you look, and I'm going to explain it simple, it's going to be something that you could grasp. But on a daily time frame is the most important time frame that you want to use for trading, right? For your trade. So if you look all the way over, let me share the screen with y'all. But if you look all the way over to the right, you can see that we have a pattern which looks like a double bottom. So I'm gonna pull up some characters so you can see what a double bottom is, right? So a double bottom, you have two bottoms, and when you look at these candles, these candles represent price. That's all that is price. So that's what price, we're on a daily time frame. This is what Nvidia's price has done for that day. And right where I put those two handles, as you can see, it formed two bottoms, right? Two bottoms. The stock went down to that part, went up, and went back down to that point. When a double bottom is confirmed, a double bottom is confirmed once it breaks the neckline. As you can see on the chart, we have already broken the neckline of the double bottom, and the MACD looks like it's about to turn going upwards, turning green. Now, if Nvidia breaks all-time highs, we're down here at 186. It's going to break all-time highs, and all-time highs is at 195. So I'm getting in early for it to go up, and it's gonna pass 195 on the breakout, right? So we got a double bottom on a daily time frame, and that is what caught my interest initially. I'm gonna give y'all an example on a double bottom, and then I'm gonna switch time frames so that you can see a shot of the double bottom. Now we're gonna look at the pattern over here. And as you can see, this is a double bottom, right? This is price. Each candle represents a day on a daily time frame. And patterns show you have to look at economical data, you have to look at their financial statements and all of that. But the chart is price. And a lot of times price will give you direction as long as you got a story to back it. So that's why I gave y'all the story first. Now we're looking at price to confirm it. And as you can see, if you go back to NVIDIA has a double bottom on the daily time frame. Right before those earnings, right before the Fed is going to decrease interest rates on a historical record-breaking earnings beat year, right? Okay, so that's the daily time frame. If you go to the 4-hour time frame, we already on the 4-hour time frame, we already confirmed the double bottom, right? So we got a double bottom on the 4-hour time frame, making it even more of a reason. Look, it's already confirmed on the 4-hour time frame. You see the W all the way over to the right. It's a double bottom. Also, if you look at the MACD, the lines have crossed and they're going upwards to green, showing that the shorter time frame is confirming it. What about the 1 hour? If you go to the 1 hour time frame, we broke out of the double bottom. Double bottom don't get better than this. When you see a double bottom and it's on all time frames, it already confirmed, it already broke on the shorter time frames. So we got double bottom on the hourly time frame, the 4-hour time frame, the daily time frame. Like Nvidia is gonna explode. I'm holding it through earnings. Currently we only up what I say like a hundred and something dollars. But we're holding trade out for about a month's time, right? And uh you'll see the difference between swing trading and just buy and hold, right? And why swing trading can maximize and extremely boost your portfolio or profits, because you could even take money from this to pay off debt. You know what I mean? Like this is building up cash to make your life a little more comfortable, a little more financial free. So I will not be going over day trading too much in this segment or swing trading, but I will constantly give y'all candle work so y'all can get more familiar with the swing trading aspect once you build your portfolio up enough to be able to borrow against it and make moves in the swing trading aspect. You want to swing trade over a long period of time. So it's just like you buy and you hold, but a day trading version of buy and hold, right? So I'm going to continuously teach y'all that type of education. If y'all want a full master class, I will come out with that coming soon. But for now, in this long-term investing, because long-term investing is your foundation. So start with your portfolios first, buy your stocks, buy 10 of your favorite tech company, and then build out your portfolio that way. And then now we're getting into massive profits. So y'all will see how much I actually get from holding Nvidia through earnings. And I'm gonna take y'all along the journey with me. I'm Mike the Money Motivator, man. We still beating the market. I crushed the market last week, of course, because I was day trading, but my portfolio will always beat the market. Last but not least, I did add another position. I did add another company to the portfolio. I only probably spent like $10, something like that. So it wasn't nothing big, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't a massive purchase, but y'all may be able to see it. I know sometimes my portfolio don't scroll down like that, but I did buy Adobe. I finally bought Adobe. And yeah, man, I don't know what's happening with that, but I did buy Adobe. I got, it's on a big discount and their gross profit margins are high. Take a look at Adobe and see if you want to purchase it. I finally did. Next week I probably want to buy more either Nvidia. I do want more Solana as well, but y'all stay tuned, man. Catch me next week where we're gonna follow this Nvidia swing trade that I'm in. And y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe.